Feeling overwhelmed with your business? No time for life? I hear you. Let's figure out once and for all how to choose the tasks to delegate and the tasks to keep. Hi, I am Alena Goco, your delegation and team building best friend. But before I start, please click the subscribe button and bell button to avoid missing new videos. All right, let's go. Most of my clients on the first call, they feel overwhelmed. They say that I don't know what to do. There's so many tasks, but they're all simple. I don't know if I need any help. There's technically not much to do, but then a week later when we have the next call, I keep asking like, hey, have you done this? Or like, oh no, I was stuck. I was doing this the entire time. And most of the time they were missing lots of important tasks. So that's why I have decided to make this video and give you a very, very clear and very simple framework so that you have a reference how to pick the task to keep and the task to delegate. A side note, delegation is always an option. You can do everything yourself, be where you are. It's a choice, no problem with that. However, I have never seen any big product that was made by one person. There's always a team of people that involved in creating the product. If you love your product, if you really think that it's going to solve the problem of millions and millions of people, you need to get help. Ask people to help you give this product to a lot of people. Because it is impossible to create something really big if you're just on your own. When you delegate, you pick and choose whatever you like and you should be doing as a business owner or entrepreneur, and you delegate the rest so that you have free time, some energy to do whatever else you want to do, maybe to enjoy your life, to enjoy your family. I've seen like a few videos when Alex Hermosi was saying that, hey, like, why do I need to balance my life if the only thing that I want to do is work? So I work and then I watch TV. That's all I do. That's okay. If you don't have bigger family, if you don't have much responsibilities, that's totally fine. That's your choice. But you still need to enjoy to do something that you do. And Alex has a big team that help him to achieve his goals. So that's why even if you don't want to balance your work with your life activities, that's okay, but you still need to balance your work activities that you enjoy with work activities that you don't enjoy. So here's the delegation. So technically there's a few criteria that you need to consider when you pick the task to delegate. I have created already a few videos that gives an overall objective on how to optimize your tasks and how to delegate them. But here is a very short video with a very simple framework. So tasks to delegate. First of all, the task that you do not enjoy doing, you're not efficient at it, and you're just wasting your time. Second, the task that you are not a pro at. I believe in you and I know that every single task can be mastered and you can learn how to do every single task in your business. However, it takes forever for you to learn. Let's say accounting. You know nothing about finances and accounting. Yes, you do have to learn basic finances, but bookkeeping is not something that you have to do. The next criteria is a routine task and something repetitive tasks that does not require any skill like making appointments, calling doctors, making reservation, booking a flight, and so on and so forth. Yes, you have to have some skills, but it can be done by other people. I personally know how to choose a good restaurant in the area. Like 90% of chances I pick really well. However, at this point of life, I do not waste time on this task and I prefer my personal assistant to make all the reservations for me. And another criteria to delegate the task is if the task can be automated. So if it's like very repetitive, it can be done by some kind of AI. And AI right now does so much. There are so many apps. That's why you should keep an eye all the time because AI is here and you should use those resources and they can be very affordable and you set up them very easily and they do a lot of work for you. These are the main criteria for delegation. Let's move on to tasks to keep for yourself. Technically, the main criteria for tasks to keep for yourself is something that involves high-level decision-making. Let's say oversee the vector of movement for your business and you pick the direction that you want to go to, or big financial decisions, or something that has sensitive information. The third is if it's very crucial and important for you to be in there. So for example, is very big client meeting and you present your product, or let's say you try to find an investor and you give a presentation explaining your idea to your prospective investor. Or it might be an interview that you are giving to a magazine that you have to talk about yourself and your business, your service, and so on. So you have to be the face of this. So let's move to very simple and very important framework. It's based on the Eisenhower Matrix of the 4 quadrants. It's called 4D. So the Eisenhower Matrix says that the first quadrant is important and urgent. The second quadrant is not important but urgent. The third quadrant is important but non-urgent. And the fourth quadrant is not important and not urgent. And there's 4D framework stands for do, decide, delegate, delete. So the first quadrant is very urgent, very important. Let's say there's some kind of email and you have to urgently reply and you do it yourself. However, try to stay away from the first quadrant because this sense of urgency gives you this overwhelmed feeling that there's like 10 tasks and they're all urgent and you have to do it all yourself. And this is where you lose it because your days and your weeks can be full of those tasks, and try to reassess them and try to technically stay away from them. But this actually more comes from your mind because you yourself create this urgency and you create the environment when something is urgent in your life. So try to stay away, but try to do those tasks first. The second quadrant is something that is urgent but not as important. This is like one of your employees forgot to clock their time into the system and you need to urgently do it for them. As a business owner, you shouldn't be doing this. That can be easily done by an administrator or manager of this project. So these are the tasks to delegate. They're urgent, but not as important. And again, at the beginning, you might feel like everything is very important. If I don't have that, I won't do it. That's true. However, like I said, try not to put much in the first quadrant, just because you are gonna be living in a chaos all the time. The next quadrant, I would say, is the most important quadrant because it's not urgent, but it's important. These are the tasks, let's say, to decide which direction we're moving or what product we're focusing on or something like big decision, but it requires some time to get mentally ready, to get some resources ready. This is technically the quadrant that you're growing from. So as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you should be purely in this quadrant. These are the tasks that you should be handling on your daily basis. This requires some, executive decisions. And this is why you're the entrepreneur and the business owner and not an administrator. And this is the tasks that not important, not urgent. Let's say there's some kind of local, small, not important networking event and you can go there, but you don't have to. So those tasks should be filtered out right away and you should be focusing on a bigger fish to fry. So technically, this is the framework that helps me to optimize my tasks. And I have a lot of free time to do whatever I want to do. I have free time to spend with my family, to go on trips. At the same time, my business is working without me during this time. And when I have the time that I work, I enjoy working and I enjoy all the tasks that I do. And I'm looking forward to make those decisions. And I'm excited just because everything else is done by other people, by my amazing team. And even if I have some kind of urgency somewhere, I try to calm myself down first and then make this decision with cold mind and remove this urgency from my life in general. This is not only for business, that actually works perfectly with your personal life. I try to do it weekly, sometimes even daily, if I have lots of tasks, and I block my calendar with the tasks from the third quadrant. I just put, let's say, make a decision on this, and I put like 2 hours blocked to do that, or read the financial statements. And I block in my calendar that on this day, on this time, please do not disturb, I'm gonna be working on this. And I set the relationship with my team that if they need my attention or some kind of project needs my attention, they send me an email. And I try to respond within 24 hours on these emails. But if there's something urgent, they send me a text or give me a call, which doesn't really happen anymore. So I hope this 4Ds framework helps you to navigate through your business and through your life. I hope it makes it easier to make the decision on what tasks to choose to delegate and what tasks to choose to keep for yourself. If you find this helpful, please click like, comment, and share. I would really appreciate that. Stay tuned for more productivity and delegation tips. And until next time, bye.